Today is Friday, January 12th, and Steve's got a pretty good handle on finishing up this end of the beam. He had to trim back some of the drywall flush with the beam, and he's got that done right there. So what that's going to allow him to do is just face that with some sheetrock to just clean that up and match it up with this other surface here. So the sheetrock will come across and blend right in. So he's got this beam pretty much all set. This wall's completely demoed out. He's all set here. The beam's good all the way across. The openings for the heating pipes are all ready to go. We're going to call Sean in on Monday. Hopefully he'll be available, and what we'll do is we'll get the copper pipes for the radiator up through this hole, up through this joist bay. He'll drill through here to run the pipe up, and then what Steve will do is he might have to chop a little bit more of this out in order to have the pipe come up through this top plate and maneuver over into this opening right here to go to the radiator. Same situation exists on this side, where Sean will drill a hole in this top plate, snake the copper pipe up, and then maneuver up into that hole. So Steve's gonna have to open this up a little bit. So we're gonna leave that in those boards in place for now until Sean gets here, depending on how much room he needs to get his tools in there. So we're ready to put the radiator back in. Over on this side here, Steve has demoed out the adjacent wall to the bathroom. So this whole wall's all been stripped out, and we were both looking at it together, and there's quite the challenge on getting the sheetrock applied to the bathroom side. This has been all chopped out. There used to be a recessed medicine chest in here, so this is all chopped out. It's a very irregular surface. There's some more surfaces over here that are all splintered, and this is called a wet wall because within it are the vent stacks. And because the flanges on the vent, this vent here, are wider than a 2x3, or 2x4 rather, what the builders did back then is they just sistered two 2x4s together to get a wide enough cavity so that it could encapsulate this vent. Steve says typically what they do these days is they just put a 2x6 in there, and that's what he would like to do here to clean this up, because there's a lot going on in here that not only does he need to put a new sheetrock on what's going to be the kitchen side, but we have to put sheetrock on the bathroom side as well. And we're going to redo the electrical. So this is the vanity lights up here, the temporary ones. So those all got to come out. This plywood's going to come out, and same thing with the temporary sink, that's got to come out. There's some plywood here that was covering up this joist bay. So what we've decided to do is strip out these joists, or these studs rather, put all brand new 2x6 studs all the way across, and then we have a good nailing surface for both the kitchen side sheetrock and the bathroom side sheetrock. So I'm going to get that cleaned up today so Steve can replace those boards. So other than that, the demolition is 100% done. As far as, the sheetrock and the big pieces of plaster and the underlying backer boards, the only thing that remains are like these little stubby things where the nails stayed adhered to the stud. This is just a lot of little tiny debris where you kind of pull it off, then you pop the nail off. So that's just a minor cleanup of those. Like all in the ceiling, you can see all the little stubbies. So that's probably enough to fill one garbage can, and we're done with the demo. So I have a full trailer at this point out there. There it is out there in the driveway. So, well, it's not full. It's like halfway full. So we're going to make one more dump run, and then we're going to be done with the demo. We're 100% done with the demo, other than replacing these joists. So I'm going to get busy and clean up this wall, get this infrastructure on the other side out, so Steve can replace the joists. And once we're done with that, Steve's going to start laying out on the floor with some blue tape the footprint of the cabinetry that will be here and over on this side, so we can start getting our plan together on our cabinets. The electrician's going to come by and get kind of figure out his game plan on how to wire everything up. And one last thing that I think Steve mentioned is this back wall here. This is where the refrigerator is going to go. There's a little alcove. You can see how it kicks in from this surface to here is about 10 inches. He thinks we might need to go a little further so we could bust into the utility room on the other side and get like another foot. So we might be pushing this wall here where all the scaffolding and materials is leaning against. We might be pushing this wall back another foot. But there's no demo involved with that because it's already been stripped. It's just plywood and studs. I can show you the other side of that. So this is the back of that wall. This is in the what used to be our utility room / mud room. So this wall here that I'm facing, this wall here, he's thinking we might want to push this back about another foot. And one of the other things we need to do is up on the top here where he has that insulation. You can see that little insulation coming through. We got to make a little access portal so we can get into the crawl space, which will be above the kitchen ceiling on the porch side. Because we need to take this pipe here that comes off the vent from the bathroom, and we got to run it through a kind of a chaseway up through there and vent it outside. So there's a little, he's going to frame in like just a little access door to get up in there. There's about 2 feet of headroom, but there's only going to be about 18 inches between the bottom of the roof joists and the top plate there. So it'd be kind of a tight fit, but I could get in there no problem. So this wall here's got to get punched out about a foot. So I think we still need to do that. I need to clear out some of the shoe rack, and there's a table in here, and just some cabinets, just some odds and ends. So this is all stripped out already. So this is going to get pushed back a little bit, I believe. That's the plan. Now let me show you in the bathroom what I have to take apart. So here's the vanity and the medicine chest and the sink. So everything on this wall has to be pulled out of here, as well as this plywood. Oh, incidentally, if you notice, this plywood has a wood grain impression of the painting The Scream, and that's right here. So I'll superimpose a image of that painting and you'll see what we mean. So we're going to hold on to that piece of plywood. That might be a masterpiece. So all this has got to come out today, and then Steve's going to reframe the studs, and then we can get the sheetrock back in here. This was our bathroom that we renovated. We got everything covered in plastic right now. Here's a storage rack. We got our washer and our dryer. So this whole room has been renovated with the exception of the back wall. We had to leave this open because we wanted to do the plumbing, change out those pipes. So we left that open. So we'll be putting on the new pipes, put the ceiling back together. These are temporary lights positioned here, and then we'll get the wall on, and the bathroom would be all finished off.